Hello everyone, my name is Alan and it's Miss Universe Philippines time na naman. So I'm here to give you my predictions for Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So basically when I see the ladies, I see them, yung approach ko parati is holistic. So if it's an interview, it's more than just the content. It's more than just, yun na nga, kung anong nilalaman ng sinasabi niya. But of course, yung delivery, yung mukha, makikinig ba ako sa kanya? Is she someone who motivates me? Is she someone na pakikinggan ko? Is she someone na maganda yung aura niya pag nagsasalita? Because kahit gaano pa kaganda yung sinasabi mo, if mararamdaman ko that it doesn't come from a place of love or it doesn't come from the heart mismo. Yung alam mong kinabisa lang or scripted siya or may mga phrases siya na alam niya na. So, yun yung pinagbabasehan ko. So, that's one thing. And sa swimsuit naman, I'm looking for that confidence. Well, aside from the body proportions, confidence, paano niya dalhin yung sarili niya on stage. Sa swimwear naman, doon mo makikita yung aura niya, yung confidence talaga niya as a woman, how well she carries herself, and yung proportion ng body niya. And next is for the evening gown naman, I'm looking at the elegance of the gown, paano niya ito dalhin. So it's really the overall look pa rin. Nagbagay ba yung hair niya, yung makeup niya sa damit niya. Because sometimes kasi yung iba nagsasabi na it's not about the gown, it's about how you carry it. But it should be like a total package when it comes to evening gown. Yung accessories na ginagamit niya, yung mukha niya, yung makeup niya, yung hair niya, at yung damit niya. No? And how she carries that overall. Kasi kahit gaano kakaganda, if hindi naman ganun kaganda yung gown, ikaw ba mismo na magsusot, will you have that confidence to wear that as well? So, maganda naman yung gown, but hindi naman nag-swak yung makeup mo, tsaka yung buhok mo, and how you carried it. Sayang din yung gown. So, it should be an overall view of, or the presentation as well. So, ayun na nga, ang dami kong sinasabi, but, so eto na nga, I'll be giving you my top 20 for Miss Universe Philippines 2024 based on the preliminary interview swimsuit and evening gown. But I'll start with my wild cards. So itong lima has huge chances of getting into the top 20 as well. So I'll start with Davao City. Next is Pasig. Then UK, Laguna, and Leyte. So, sila talaga yung may highest chances then of getting into the top 20. And let's proceed with my top 20. So, on the 20th spot, I have Southern California. So, Southern California, her interview was just okay. For me, bumawi talaga siya in terms of swimwear and evening gown. So, dun siya nahila sa top 20 ko. And for my top 19, I'll give it to Hawaii. So, si Hawaii, sa akin naman, yung interview niya kasi was really good. Ito kasi yung time na kinilala ko sila. So, regardless ng mga nangyari the past months, this is like, I took this moment to listen to their interviews, isa-isa talaga. And ito yung moment ko na rin na makilala sila. Because you have to understand na some judges would just know them sa time na rin na yon, no? Though they're given like a backgrounder na rin siguro. But for me, I'm like taking it from a fresh perspective na hindi ko sila kilala lahat. And I'm just trying to listen to them. And Hawaii, knowing her struggles, like her disability, and the way and the way she answered the questions, dun ako talagang nakinig din sa kanya. And of course, inabangan ko siya nung preliminary as well. And yun, she really did execute well in the swim and the evening gown. So she's on my top 19. And on my top 18 is Florida. So si Florida naman, magaling siya sa interview. She's really good at the interview. Well, basically, ito kasi yon. For some kasi they would say na because they're from the US or they're from a English-speaking country na mas madali sa kanila magsalita ng English. But then again, it's not just about speaking a specific language. Oh, so it's really not just about knowing how to speak English, but using it well. Meron namang mga magagaling mag-English doon, but hindi sila nakapasok sa top ko. So, it only means kasi na marunong ka mag-English, it doesn't translate as well na marunong ka mag-deliver. No? And I think Florida really did that well. And medyo mababa lang siya sa akin in terms of swimwear and evening gown as compared to the other candidates. So again, um, I would always not bash candidates kasi nga lahat ng candidates, they really gave an effort on this one. So ayaw kong i-deny from the girls because they've really worked hard for it. So dito, no bashing talaga. So I don't want to bash candidates. All I want to do is to encourage them if they get to read my review or bahala na kayo dyan. So this is just me saying my piece. Next, number 18, I have Camiguin. So si Camiguin naman, very casual ng interview, but I like her interview as well. And she's really beautiful din. Ano, may ano siya, may sarili siyang aura that I like. And that translated as well on the swim and the evening gown competition. Yun din, as I don't have to explain it further siguro, but siguro in terms of ranking, mas may mga umangat lang talaga kaysa sa kanila. And still, she deserves the 17th spot. And next, number 16th spot ko goes to Bohol. With Bohol naman, isa siya sa mga surprise candidates for me because I've not seen her like in the past events. Kasi nga, minsan lang ako talaga nanonood. And yung usual na lumalabas sa akin ang mga, the front runners usually. And with the Bohol naman, during the interview, I was like, ang ganda ni Bohol, ang ganda nung aura niya, ang ganda ang ganda niya. So, and listening to her, she also speaks her heart out. That's why she has this placement. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, Bohol, she's like on the top of my sa interview. So that's why she got this spot. However, medyo hindi lang siya ganun ka nag-shine during the swim and the evening gown. But what I'm saying is, kasi nga, mas may lumampas dun sa kanya, but not because she did not deliver well. But of course, she could like up her game during the coronation night. Ayun. My top 15 is Bantayan Island. Bantayan, yes, Bantayan. So, with Bantayan naman, I really enjoyed her interview. Very casual. I appreciate the fact na alam niya yung gusto niya as a doctor. And it's very, very timely kasi nga ang daming communities pa rin sa Philippines who don't have access to medical services. And I think it's very important na may representation tayo ng ganitong candidate, someone na ganito yung advocacy niya. And she really delivered during the interview. Very fun, but at the same time, alam mo yung heartfelt yung mga sagot niya during the interview. So inabangan ko rin siya on the swim and the preliminaries and the evening gown as well. And I think Bantayan really delivered as well. So that's why she's on my top 15. So she's like a girl who you should watch out for na rin. Ang ganda nung gown niya, ang ganda din nung yung swimwear medyo okay lang, I think. And yung gown niya, she delivered as well. So that's why she's on my top 15. Next is my top 14 is Pampanga. Si Pampanga naman, she did okay during the interview. But then again, I think kasi pag nagrarank kasi ako usually, for example, I give them like 1 to 20. So I give them like the highest. So I give them a 19, 18, ganun. Meron ding mga nagtatay sa 18, 17, or 15, if okay lang. With Pampanga naman, she delivered all right. But kasi, ang ganda ni Pampanga when she answers the question. Kumaga, makikinig ka sa kanya because mafo-focus ka sa mukha niya when she answers the question. And that's what I'm saying na um, it's a combination of a lot of factors. Hindi lang siya yung content, hindi lang yung mukha, but it goes with a lot of non-verbal cues as well. And ayun. And I think Pampanga really has that charisma. And she carried it on during the swimwear and the evening gown. That's why she's on my top 14. And now on my top 13 is Mandawe. She really stood out during the interview. And I think forte niya talaga yon. May sarili siyang beauty. And I think yun yung advantage niya in the competition. And for me, Mandawe also did her best during the swimmer and the evening gown competition. So, kailang hirap din ng mga kalaban niya, no? So, parang kung may mag-underplay dun sa mga nasa taas, baka masapawan ni Mandawe. So, yun lang. That's what I think. On my top 12 is Northern California. So, Northern California naman, she's very beautiful. Si Northern California, una ko siyang napansin sa isang photo. It was a behind-the-scene photo. And sabi ko, sino tong babaeng to? And she was really pretty. During the interviews, she really did her best then. So parang she really answered the questions gracefully at ang ganda niya rin doon. Yung, alam mo yung may command din. However, during the preliminary swimwear and evening gown, I think she was a little nervous. Yun lang, parang nagkulang lang ako sa energy niya in terms of swimwear and evening gown. Parang sa evening gown niya, parang nahirapan siya maglakad. Or kasi din, yung mga shots din kasi minsan, din sa preliminary, masyadong nakafocus din sa paa. I mean, most of the shots were like the shoes. I don't know if it's like an agreement with the sponsor, but ang daming shots na sayang na puro nasa paa. Anyways, Northern California, she delivered, but I think she could still step up her game during the coronation night. So that's why I'm placing her right now on my 12th spot. Next is the 11th spot, and that goes to Zambales. Si Zambales naman, she really delivered during the swimwear and the evening gown. However, medyo nasasapawan lang siya ng iba. That I think because of yung glow, no? But I think yung medyo alanganin siya for me is during the interview. Siya, hopefully she'd step up her game kasi she really has the capacity to be on top. Ayun. And my number 10, ito tayo sa number 10. Number 10 goes to Baguio. So, considering her preliminary interview, swim, and evening gown. So, maganda si Tara talaga. She has a different look. Iba naman yung beauty ni Tara, you know. And I think with the interview, dun siya medyo nag-fail for me. But did she like really fail in the interview? No. Was it a casual interview? Yes. But I just felt like she needed to relax more and to just speak out her mind. Kasi feeling ko masyado siya nape-pressure right now with with the pageant itself. So I just want her to like relax. And I think kasi minsan because of the a lot of pressures, ang dami na natin iniisip during interviews. So I think she just have to let go and just speak. Sorry, she just have to let go and speak her mind out. Yun lang for me. And on my 9th spot is Bulacan. During the preliminary competition, nakikita natin talaga siya na nag-shine, and I really, really loved it. With the interview, I must say na it was just okay. So, okay siya. So, kumbaga, hindi ko masasabing nag-excel siya doon, hindi ko rin masasabing nag-fail siya doon. It was just okay because again nga, she treated it as like a casual interview as far as I can see it. And nung preliminary swimwear. Actually, hindi pa nga swimwear, nung introduction pa lang, you would see her na palaban, lumalaban siya talaga. And I think that's the reason why Chelsea is on my top 9. Swimwear niya and the gown was really amazing. She really delivered, and hopefully mas step up niya pa yung game niya on the coronation night. And yes, I'm just so excited for Chelsea. And on my top 8 is Palawan. So with Palawan naman, ang galing kasi everybody talked about her during the swimwear event sa Aqua Boracay. Dun rin niya na-catch yung attention ko. Palawan did well on the interview as well. So sabi ko, eto na, lumalaban na talaga sila. So, Palawan did well on the interview. She did well on the swimwear. And she did well on the gown. So that's why she deserved the top 8 spot. Parang, you wouldn't somehow focus on what she's wearing. Minsan parang you'd focus on her face and how parang kinakausap ka ng mata niya, because I think it's really a gift sa kanya. So that's why she's on my number 8 spot. And next on my 7th spot is Australia. With Australia naman, she really caught my attention during the preliminary interview, and she's really a good speaker. Well, obviously, ang ganda nung delivery niya. Same time, yung content ng sinasabi niya and the power of her delivery. And dagdagan mo pa nung power niya sa swim and ang power niya during the evening gown. So para siyang, si Australia yung tipo na napapadaan lang siya sa'yo, yes, but she'll catch your attention. Siya sinasabi ko na very consistent with everything. So, ando lang siya, she exists, but she never fails. So, again, consistency is very important kasi in pageants, because you're ranked depending on the categories, and you just have to be consistent. Kasi kung magaling ka lang sa isang category but then you failed on the other category, it will bring the other category down as well. So that's why importante na yung level nung pagiging consistent mo should always be the same. Yun ang para sa akin, and I think Australia did that very well, and that's why she's on my she's on that spot. And next we have number 6. My number 6 goes to Iloilo City. Iloilo naman, in terms of the interview, she's good at it. There should be a certain level of confidence na enough lang when we speak, and I think sometimes she has a tendency to go beyond that. And for me, she delivered on the swim and the evening gown. Yung concern ko sa gown lang, ang daming shots na nakatalikod siya. That's one thing. And I wish to see her face more often kasi ang ganda ng mukha ni Alexi. And yeah, she delivered in swim as well. So yun naman yung isang bagay na she really excel in. And yes, so keeping everything in balance is very important, and that's why she's on my sixth spot. Next is our top 5 for the Miss Universe Philippines title. So for the 5th spot, I give it to Miss Cainta. So Stacey Gabriel is really, ano ba masasabi ko kay Stacey? She's out there always. Yun naman. Yun din ang sinasabi ko, with the terms of confidence, sometimes Stacey would a little bit go to the top. I think it's not something na conscious din sila, because some people would tend to understand it as very over imposing or over empowering minsan. It's not a problem anyways. Yung sa akin, during the preliminary interview, she really did her best kasi hello, that's her power. You know, she really speaks well, and it's very, very casual. That's what I like about it. During the swimwear naman, I liked her better during the Aqua. Pero ngayon, parang feeling ko kasi ang dami ding yung apat, I think, stepped up their game as well. So, that's why she's on the fifth spot. And she's just very consistent. So, kung may consistent dito, dito din siya na consistent. So, that's why she's on the fifth spot. And hopefully, on the coronation night, she'll deliver something different siguro as a shock factor. I'm not sure, but that's how I see her right now. She's definitely gonna be in the top 5. I think if pagbabasihan yung preliminary interview, swim, and evening gown. That's how I see it. And on my fourth spot is Miss Cebu. So, with Miss Cebu naman, I really loved her interview. It's very casual, but alam mo yung puso niya is andon during the interview. You know na hindi ko makita yung kaba actually, but it's really more of the interaction with sa nag-i-interview sa kanya and with the people listening. And I think lahat ng sinasabi kasi, I think it goes with maturity as well. I'm really happy with the performance, especially with the evening gown. Ang ganda-ganda ng Cebu during the evening gown. I mean, that's how I see it on the screen. So, doon para siyang nag-translate din sa akin. So I think Cebu is definitely gonna be on the top 5 for me, ha. So considering the interview, yung performance niya sa swim, and of course the evening gown, I think she's really gonna make it on the top 5. And dito na tayo sa ating top 3. So I think itong tatlo na to, sinasabi ko, parang sila talaga yung magsasabunutan during the coronation night. But hindi pa natin alam. We're still not sure yet. But yung tatlo na to talaga yung sinasabi ko na parang sila yung magbabardagulan, sila yung ang maglalaban-laban talaga for the crown. So, I don't know how to rank the three of them kasi if we're gonna consider the age of Christy McGarry, she only fits the Miss Universe title. I mean, yun lang, doon lang siya pwedeng ipadala. So, that's her only chance of winning the crown. Atisa Manalo, oh my God, did her best on the prelim night. And Bacoor has been very consistent. So, sino nga ba sa tatlo? So, they are my top 3. It's Taguig, Quezon Province, and Bacoor. And sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam. I cannot really, hindi ko alam kung paano nila pagbabasehan ang mananalo sa Miss Universe Philippines crown. Kasi either of the three, I'm okay with it. Pero, if ibabase ko siya sa personal preference ko. Actually, when it started, I really like, I have a strong feeling that VVV will win the crown. And eventually, gusto ko rin well, Atisa is always there, pero VVV, I always wanted her to win the crown during the pre-pageant activities. And Taguig. Si Taguig naman, ito kasi yon. A lot of people were saying na during the pre-pageant activities, si Taguig daw, parang she's downplaying everything. Yung parang she's not performing well. But for me, it's actually the best for her. Kasi nga, she's very tall, she has a very nice complexion, ganda ng mukha, and I think if she kung i-overdo niya yung gagawin niya, I think it would be too much. That's why parang saktong-sakto lang lahat ng ginagawa niya for me. And that's why I wanted her to win as well. Kasi nga, yung tindig pa lang niya is a wow factor already. So, doon din ako, ano ba yan? Parang, doon ako na-excite for her. So, Ayun, and with Atisa Manalo's performance during the preliminary, mas lalong naging mahirap kasi Atisa really did so well during the preliminary. Um, Ayun, so I really can't decide kung sino sa kanilang tatlo ang makakakuha ng crown. But whoever sa kanilang tatlo, I would be very happy to call them a Miss Universe Philippines. So, ayun lang. So, that's it for today, guys. And hopefully you like and subscribe. And I'm gonna give you more feedback as we go along the way. Um, I try to be very responsive to the comment section if you want to give your comments as well. And I hope we'll support all the girls kasi again, pageantry should always be about supporting the dreams of these women and not bashing them. So, tama na yung away kasi nakakapagod na rin. I mean, we just have to accept what it is. At the end of the day, we're not the judges. So we're not there to give them scores, and we're here to support them, and let's not bash other candidates kasi nga let's not wag natin i-invalidate lahat ng efforts na ginagawa nila for the competition because it's really hard to join competitions like this. I myself have, hindi ako yung nag-join, I myself have been handling some candidates before, so yung struggle financially, yung struggle physically, emotionally, and mentally is very difficult. So I really do hope now we just support them. You support your candidates, yes, but stop bashing other candidates kasi it defeats the purpose of these pageants. Nawawala yung purpose and nung pageant to empower women and to support other women. And if we still foster hate during these pageants, parang nawawala na yung silbi niya. And I think as Filipinos, we support them not just because they're from our province, not just because they're beautiful, not just because they fit our standards, but because they are our fellow Filipinos and eventually they will represent our country on the international stage. May kanya-kanya tayong manok, yes, but bottom line, we just have to respect all the other candidates as well. Walang mawawala sa atin if we respect them. And yes, I mean, why can't just be happy for them? Kasi for sure sila nag-enjoy sa pageant no matter how tiring it is and exhausting it is. And I'm pretty sure they're trying their best to win that crown. Somehow may mga front runners, somehow may mga invisible, and now the invisible ones are becoming on top na rin, and some front runners medyo nagwawalan din ng shine, and it's just a normal part of it. And let's not just take it from the girls to fight for their dreams. They're there to compete, and I think they're there as well to accept their defeat. But let's not put them down kasi if tayo mismo dito sa country natin, if we put them down, how much more parang it gives the other countries as well the opportunity to put us down. So yun lang, and hopefully let's just enjoy this Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So bye guys, see you soon.